Hi, my name is Sam Nussbaum, and I'm a career and academic advisor at the SOJC. In this video, we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your LinkedIn profile, how to use some of the search features, and provide some messaging templates. So let's get started. In setting up your LinkedIn profile, their system guides you through 9 steps to achieve all-star status, and this includes things like a profile picture, cover photo, summary, work experience, and more. Your profile picture should be a polished photo of you, ideally with your head and shoulders in the frame, and it should not be you with other people, pets, etc. Cover photos should be something to project your personal brand and be consistent with any other branding you use if you have an online portfolio or something similar. LinkedIn has some pretty good default options, so you can always use one of those as well. What I love about LinkedIn is that it gives you a space to include things that might not always belong on your resume. You can add links to presentations you've given for student organizations or conferences, articles you've written, and add other multimedia content to make your page more engaging. Also, there's no constraints about how many experiences you can have on your LinkedIn profile, whereas with a resume, you're limited to 1 page. Your experiences on LinkedIn can also have a more narrative approach when you describe them, rather than using the bullet point format that belongs on your resume. You should be using LinkedIn to keep track of your network by connecting with people you already know or with people you're actively trying to network with, like doing an informational interview with an alumni or industry professional. Be sure to reach out to them and have a conversation before actually hitting that connect button. You should be able to send them a message or a note to let them know who you are and why you're connecting. General rule is to never connect with someone without a note attached if they would not be able to recognize you by your first name and your picture. LinkedIn is a really great way to do research on an organization you're interested in working for. You can follow their pages, learn what they're up to, check out news stories, and see if they're actively hiring. You should also follow industry leaders, as this is a great way to get the most out of industry news and stay informed about what's going on in a particular field. If you're looking for a place to get started connecting with people, go directly to the University of Oregon page on LinkedIn and then click on their Alumni tab. There, you'll find many filters to help you narrow down the list of over 130,000 alumni. You can search by major, by organization they work for, geographic region, and more. These filters are key to finding people who work for organizations you're interested in and will give you the best chance of building a network that'll allow you to learn more about these industries and possibly help you with future career opportunities. On the screen, you can see that I filtered for UO alum that study journalism and currently live in New York, and you can see the list of top employers and the list of alumni who meet that criteria. From here, you can then start clicking on people's profiles to learn more about their current and past roles until you find someone that you want to talk with further. Next, we're going to cover how to connect with these people through LinkedIn's platform. When you first go to connect with someone on LinkedIn, you'll have the option to add a note, and you should always add a note if they will not be able to recognize you by your first name and your picture. In this connection note, you're limited to 300 characters, so you need to be really intentional about what this message says. It's important to always provide some sort of context when you're connecting with someone new and be really specific about why you chose to connect with this person. For example, this student is interested in learning more about their work with an environmental nonprofit, so they address that in the connection note. When reaching out on LinkedIn, etiquette is critical. Keep it brief, polite, and make it easy for someone to say yes. Reach out only to people that you're truly interested in speaking with and make genuine connections with, as it's always better to have genuine connections than a large number of surface-level connections. Spend time cultivating relationships with people whose perspectives and positions can uniquely help you. The worst thing that can happen is that they either don't answer or they say that they're too busy, in which case just be patient and offer to reconnect with them at a better time. Remember that people are often not in a position to just offer you a job or internship, but people are normally willing to talk about themselves and help out a fellow alum. If you're able to find an email address on someone's LinkedIn profile that you want to connect with, we definitely recommend reaching out via email. One of the benefits of using email is that you're not limited by the word count like you are in a LinkedIn message, so you can add more details and personalize the content. Here's an example of an email template that you can use for sending connection emails. Again, notice how the same formula applies here as with the LinkedIn message. You need to introduce yourself, clearly identify the purpose of your message, and provide an active conclusion to encourage a person to respond. You want to make it easy for the person to say yes, so be sure to have a clear timeline and expectations for what they're agreeing to. In this case, it's a 20-minute phone call sometime within the next 2 weeks. We found that 20 minutes is normally a good time frame, both for students and professionals. For students, it gives you time to ask a couple of really great detailed questions, and for professionals, it doesn't require too much of their day. Take a second to pause the video and take a screenshot of this for future use. University of Oregon students now have access to LinkedIn Learning for free. This is an amazing resource to take advantage of while you're a student, and you can choose from thousands of video courses to begin building your skills in a particular program or platform and earn certifications to add to your profile. One great way to maximize this resource is to think about the jobs or fields you're interested in and start looking at the available LinkedIn Learning videos. For example, if you're interested in getting into the tech industry, use LinkedIn Learning to check out their Tech Trends course or learn about a particular platform you might need to use. If you look up job descriptions, you can always see the skills that they require and then find corresponding LinkedIn Learning courses to start learning that platform. For example, if an internship you're interested in might want someone with experience or familiarity with Google Analytics, and if you're not familiar with this, you could find multiple LinkedIn Learning courses and complete one. This will add a certification to your LinkedIn profile and help you stand out amongst other applicants. LinkedIn Learning courses range between half an hour and 20 plus hours, so consider doing some of the smaller trainings throughout the year to continue building your knowledge and save the more in-depth courses for school breaks or weekends. You can always start longer courses and pause them if you can't complete them all at once. Don't miss out on this opportunity to expand your skills and showcase your continued growth to a potential employer. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you have more questions or want to talk about networking further, be sure to schedule an appointment with an SOJC advisor. We can sit down with you one-on-one and go over your profile and show you some more features that are more customized and tailored to your needs.